Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader Trading Room for Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. This is the only session today. No crude oil inventory report today. That is tomorrow at 11 due to the holiday on Monday, this past Monday. And that pushes it out to Thursday at 11. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow. Crude oil. Short trade at 905.03. Lots of time on that bar to get in the trade. Goes through targets 1 and 2, 13 and 21 ticks. 34 tick net. One and done session. Unleaded. Similar story. Set up 902.37 and a minute and a half in that bar, so definitely in that trade. Target 1 traders take 38 ticks at the target. Target 2 traders take 59. The trailer trails down to 1007 for 66 ticks. And a nice one and done there as well. So we'll pull up micro NQ there to keep an eye on it. And work that up to where we are now. Right. We have a get in sync short on the YM. Flat on soybeans. That trade went too far. By the time it actually set up, we're in a short trade on the pound Aussie. From 96.48, let's see. Yep, we closed on the balance line on that bar, so we still have a potential stop and reverse at 96.63. We need another close below the balance line to cancel the stop and reverse. The market's opening in less than a minute. Crude and unleaded, one and done this morning. There's a long trade on the micro Russell. And market opening above the entry on the YM, so that is a no trade at the moment. Or that is still a get in sync, actually. Alright, need to go up 3 ticks to get to our 14 tick minimum on. So that is 29.5, and we take a full stop out on that trade. Wait 4 minutes. Micro NQ actually stopped out, but that trade was before our start time, and we are in the short on the YM now. So YM is short. Another long trade on the Micro Russell. Need to go up 3 again. This will be 31 flat. Still waiting for our start time on the Micro NQ. And there is another close below the balance line, so that cancels our stop and reverse on the pound Aussie. So we're back to our original short trade, which we've been in all along. And there's a second full loss on Micro Russell. YM with a target 1. That's going to be a one and done session there. Once we finish with the trailer. Trailer at 361. And our entry was 368. 356 now for the stop. Potential short trade now on soybeans, and a short trade on the Micro Russell. Tried to stop it out. There's money management on the Micro Russell. Down 2 ticks, but we definitely hit that. 24.5. And looks like we're... No, we did survive it. And a target 3 win. And starting to trail down target. Target 4. So targets 3 and 4. And trailing 251. YM trailer at 322. And we did get a short trade that just triggered in. It was originally a get in sync on soybeans, but we are in the trade now. Did pull back up to the entry. Micro Russell stops out, sets up a long trade. 2 losses and the win. Long trade triggers, and I believe we're probably at money management. See how much? Yeah, we need 3. Probably added or just missed it. Yep, we did get it, and okay, it survived. 24.9 for the stop. So at least they break even. Actually, still a couple of ticks of risk on. And we have, I believe, a valid trade on the micro NQ. Please do say hello in the chat. Now, it was get in sync when it's set up, but that wick definitely gets us into it. So we are short on the get in sync. And target 3 on the micro Russell. Money management on the micro NQ. 2 wins on the micro Russell. Should start trailing here shortly on the micro Russell. Potential stop and reverse, 72.5 on soybeans. Currently still in the short. And Aussie still in the short. No stop and reverse. We did stop out on the trailer in the micro Russell, and we have a new short setup that is not triggered yet. We touch the stop, but that doesn't invalidate the trade unless we get a crossover. And we do enter the trade. We'll have to track this one manually. Calculator will not track it because it did hit both the stop and the entry on the same bar. Needs to come down 2 ticks. If we stop out now, it will be the end of the session. It's going to be a 5 again. Still in the short on soybeans. Short on micro Russell. And we took a break even. No, that one was too early. Or was it? No, yeah, we did. Now that was a break even on the micro NQ. Then we took a full loss. No trade. Now we're in a long trade. On the micro NQ. And that's a full loss. That's 2 losses on the micro NQ. It looks like we touched money management, so that's going to be a break even on the micro Russell. And then we have a no trade on the long side, spiking to the entry and then coming back down. Second full loss on the micro NQ, and now a short trade. Break even and 2 losses on the micro NQ. Short trade on the micro Russell. And 2 ticks there. It's going to be 22 flat. Money management. Final trade, it's going to be at least a break even. Stop and reverse on soybeans is still valid. And that's a break even on the micro Russell. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 break evens. In the short on micro NQ, and in the short on pound Aussie. Still short on the micro NQ. Micro Russell is done. It's headed 6 trades. New stop and reverse. Actually a stop out, and actually didn't stop out quite yet. We're still in the short. There is our long setup. Actually, short just stopped out. So that's a full loss on the short. The long just triggered in. Short on the micro NQ stopped out. That's the 3rd loss, so that ends that session. Long on pound Aussie, short on soybeans. Soybeans and the micro and the pound Aussie are our only remaining charts. We do have a crude oil inventory, our crude oil 10 a.m. mini session. So I will stick around for that. Five of our 7 charts are done by 9:45. Let's see, soybean, pound Aussie. Risk on that first trade was 19 ticks, so we're down 19. 19 times 5. Down 95 pips. And we do triggers. That does try. Let's see, does it? Yeah, that triggers along because we did touch the unadjusted entryway back here. So now we're long on soybeans. We did stop and reverse. $13, $22, and $30. So pretty good sized trade. 21 tick risk. And our initial trade went from 68 3/4 to 70 1/2. 3 3/4 points. That's 15 ticks. So we're down 15 points. Pound Aussie trying to push through the 200 EMA. Soybeans working at the session high. Session high is 73 1/4. Long on soybeans, long on the Pound Aussie. Everything else is done this morning already. We'll look for new trades on crude in a little over 10 minutes. Soybeans decidedly sideways after a fairly strong up move early this morning. Long on soybeans, long on pound Aussie, and that's what we have to work with at the moment. We're waiting for our 10 o'clock start time for the crude mini session. 9 o'clock mini session was one and done this morning. Soybeans and the pound Aussie taking a little bit of heat. Pound Aussie rejected the 200. Now went down in between the 50 EMA and the 20 SMA, bouncing off of the balance line. To see what that does with the 50 EMA and the 250 and the 200 now. Soybeans taking significant heat, now testing the 50 EMA. So far pushing through it. 66 3/4 for the full stop out. Pound Aussie kind of stuck in the 96.60 area. Now up to 62 again. And soybean stops out. Just touches our, yeah, there it is again. So soybeans definitely out. That was 23 tick risk. It's a loss of another 23 points. We're down 42 ticks, which is 42. Yeah, 42 points. $2,100 in soybeans this morning. So soybeans is flat. Hybrid mode kept us out of that reversing trade, which will cut the loss significantly in, giving us 3 targets and be trailing now. Less than 2 minutes to the crude 10 a.m. mini session. $50 to 10 a.m. mini session. And we're into our 10 a.m. mini session. Crude is flat, soybeans is flat. Pound Aussie is long. That's where we are. 4 of our sessions have already completed. No, five of our sessions. Okay, 5 sessions have completed. We have 3 remaining. Flat on crude, flat on soybeans. Let's see if we can get a trade on crude here. We have the potential for a long trade. We do have an oversold reading. Pound Aussie coming back up to the entry, 96.68. Soybeans with a potential long trade. It'll take 2 bars to do it. So we won't get above the balance line or the signal line on this bar. This bar would close at 66.25, so it'll take 2 up bars to get us a long trade. Pound Aussie long. And I think we may be getting maybe a long trade on this bar if it closes up. Have to push through the 20 simple moving average. And there's our long trade. No trigger yet. Take two closes below the balance line or close beyond the stop to cancel the trade. Potential long trade on soybeans, and we did just trigger in on crude. So crude is in a long trade. Working on getting across it, we need the cyan line to cross over the yellow line there. Well, let's see. And that is happening on this bar. So far it's just slightly above, so we should get a long trade set up on this bar. Assuming it don't close. Pound Aussie definitely taking some heat. Now there is our long trade. That's a new long trade on soybeans. Crude is long, testing the 50 EMA now. Pound Aussie is long and taking heat. Potential long trade setup on soybeans. That is still flat. Soybeans triggers in. So long on soybeans. Rejected at the 50 on crude. Crude making another run at the 50, it looks like. Soybeans pulling back to the 50. Small bounce off the 50, back to the entry. Crude up to test the 50 again. Getting to 63. 50 is at 64. Soybeans now testing the 20, and actually at the session open yesterday evening, crude back at its entry point. Didn't get through the 50 for the second time, but it's hanging out close. coming back down to test the 20 again. Crude in between the 20 simple moving average and the 50 exponential moving average. And soybeans stops and reverses to short at 65.5. Not a good morning for soybeans. Stop and reverse, a full loss, and now a second stop and reverse. $68.5 to $65.5. 12 ticks. Another 12 points. Down 55 points. On four position trades. Crude moving through the 50 this time. See if it can continue on up to money management and targets. Next hurdle will be the 200 EMA, currently at 75.79. And money management and target. So this will be another one and done session. That is a 17 tick target. So our stop will come to 57. And now soybeans is pushing up again. Oh my! This one needs to take a stop out. It's definitely going to be a. On Aussie taking some heat again. It's trying to push back up, coming back down. Crude coming back to the balance line. Not within one tick of the stop. We'll have to see what it does, but we have 17 tick target in hand. And stopping out. So crude is done. We have soybeans and the pound Aussie both in trades and both going sideways. Questions or comments? We'll give these a few more minutes to see if they'll resolve. And soybeans coming back down to the session open again, or actually down to the 50 EMA. Did close another down bar on the pound Aussie. Seems to be drifting lower. Not good for our long trade. Well, we get getting an up bar on the pound Aussie. It's looking like pound Aussie and soybeans are going to take a while. Questions or comments? Crude pushing upward again. Mount Aussie pushed through the 50 EMA and then dropped back below it. Soybeans back down to the 20 simple moving average. Trend indicator on counterpunch, which is in this case the 20 SMA. Yeah, these are going to be a while. All right. Nobody with questions or comments. So rather than just sit here and waste everybody's time watching these go sideways, I'm going to call it a morning. No crude oil inventory session today. Holiday yesterday, or holiday on Monday, means that will be tomorrow at 11. So we will do a crude oil inventory session at 11 o'clock tomorrow. As well as our regular 9:30 session. So we will see everybody tomorrow. And there is a new long trade on crude, but we are done. Already hitting our power of quitting with the target 1. Step aside and trade again tomorrow. Take our money and run. All right, everybody have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30.